with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Here we go. Pass to Mikan. Young outside. There's a good screen. Driving inside.
Look, that's what you want. Young is just so good when he penetrates.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Outside Collison. And the rejection by Jackson. We're about 1 minute into the first. And the dunk by Jackson.
Putting that length and athleticism to use. Jackson rises up.
Right side, Collison. Over Bargnani. Collison, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Payton. Outside Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. And he hits the jumper for 2.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Young drives in. Rejected by Arenas.
Let me tell you, blocks like that, protecting the rim, those are winning basketballs.
To the middle. Here's Mikan. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now here's Payton. Crafty moves. And Payton throws it down hard.
And the sneaky hops of Payton, capable of rising up and catching.
Here's Lou. Here he goes. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, man. He got a step and it was over.
Pass to Bargnani. Now Jackson. Now here is Bargnani. Back to Jackson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jackson's got 8.
Man, just in time. Jackson racing against the clock. Reed.
And Reed throws it down.
Love the team-first mentality, looking to make the pass there.
Pass to Jackson. Hands it from downtown. He's got 11.
Well, modern-day big men can hit threes and guard multiple positions. That's Jaren Jackson.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Burned him, and he said, see you later.
The Thunder leading by 3. Jackson with the screen. And here's Arenas outside. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Here's Morant. The Thunder making the shot. Vassell outside. To the paint. 6 to shoot. Here's Fournier. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And that one falls for Fournier. The Thunder leading by 5. Here's D'Alembert. Sinks the three-pointer. D'Alembert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now Vassell. Brewer with the rebound. In the corner, it's Rodman. Pass to Kirilenko. Shakes him. Jams it in off the great move.
With plenty of power behind that play, he didn't give the defense any chance to stop it.
Now here's Morant. Hasn't made one yet.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Pass to D'Alembert. Now Farmar. Covered by Vassell. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
It's Young on the wing, and the 3 ball is good. Young's got 5.
Crisp mechanics of Young on display there. A guy who has his shot down cold.
Buries it from 3-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
That rim has a family.
Pass to D'Alembert. Rodman looking it over. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here is Brewer over Young. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, they say the mid-range shot is dying, but it's good to see players still taking these looks.
To the inside. Here's Lewis. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Lewis has got his first points of the game.
And look at the effort level Lewis is delivering, outplaying his opponent.
Kicks it out to Rodman. Yep, that one goes in there. Rodman's got the lead up to 10 now for Oklahoma City.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And so it's Oklahoma City going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action in just a minute. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The Thunder leading by 10. Arenas with it. And it's Arenas with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Young driving the lane. And then Young with the dunk.
You don't see Trae Young take flight very often, but he can get up there with the best of them.
And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team. Well, that's just fantastic awareness. Recognizing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Young looking around. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down.
Yeah, it took plenty of skill and athletic ability for Jackson Jr. to pull that off.
Pass to Mikan. Down low. Here's Lou, and stolen by Payton. Here's Arenas, and it's Arenas with the jam.
Just cooking the D inside. Arenas blows by the contact.
And a deep three from Young. Thunder with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Here's Bargnani with the three. Drills it from outside. Bargnani's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Pass to Bargnani. Back to Lewis. Pocket 6. In the corner, it's Arenas. Launches from deep. Kept alive. Out to Payton. Outside Lewis. That shot misses. Here's Vassell. Scoreless thus far. And here's Young from the arc. Payton outside. Driving in, and Payton throws it down.
And how about the quickness on display there for Payton, especially when he's slicing to the basket.
And here's Young from the arc. The Thunder pull it in. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution for
16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From deep, Arenas hits the three-point bomb. Arenas has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Oklahoma City. Mikan, no good. Payton from outside. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Thunder just dominating this one. And right after... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Lou. Pass to Fournier. On the wing.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but that time reaching up to swat it away.
Oklahoma City leading by 22. Morant comes with the double team. Here's Rodman. Nice D from Fournier.
Just tremendous defense right there. Applying the pressure.
Good on the three-point shot.
And you can never have too many threes. That's an impact shot.
There's the drive. Rejected by Collison. Outside, Reed. And Karolinko sends it back. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
George Mikan, Devin Vassell, Trae Young.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. On the wing, Brewer. Outside, Kirilenko. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. A shot by D'Alembert, no good. Outside, Collison. Drives to the hoop. The fader. Farmar grabs the board. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Tipped away. Here's Lou. Rodman with the block.
Tracking that ball all the way. Strong defense at the rim.
Fires from the wing. Nice shot by D'Alembert. And the Thunder lead by 21.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now.
2 minutes remaining.
Bounce pass, Young. Now here's Collison. And that one, good.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Vassell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Pass to Rodman. Now Farmar.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Farmar.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Kirilenko. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brewer. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And Morant gets it to go. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Pass to D'Alembert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Gary Payton. First personal foul.
First one falls for.
At the line for your Thunder.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And stolen by Farmar. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Mikan. Young from outside. Trained from outside.
3 points.
Outside Kirilenko. Lets loose a 3. Drills the three-pointer. And the Thunder lead by 20.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won the...
Thanks again, folks, for coming out and...
So off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And here's Arenas. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Arenas has got the opening field goal of the game for the Thunder.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas. A big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Arenas has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Oklahoma City. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Now Porter. Gilbert Arenas missing on the three. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
Here's Arenas. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Now, here's Cousins. Here's Wembanyama. And he banks in the layup.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And here's Arenas outside. Arenas missing again. Stolen by Bargnani. Outside for Arenas.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Jackson. There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. And he makes that one.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now, here's Porter. And George, here we go. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
And then Porter with the jam.
This young man is unreal. I mean, can you believe that?
58 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Just devastating. George making it look easy with that move.
To the middle. Lewis misses. Pass to Payton. Back to Arenas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drains it from beyond the arc. Arenas has got 13.
And so far, Arenas is feeling it. Fiery offensive games like this are why they call this man the hibachi.
Here's Lewis. It'll count. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
When he's going, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. Can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
The Thunder leading by 7. Outside Kirilenko. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Outside Porter. And then Porter with the jam.
Yeah, and once again, we are reminded these are the best athletes in the world. Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Vassell outside. Steps back. And it's George finishing it off.
And and he may be in his 30s, but Paul George still has got a lot of bounce.
On the wing, Rodman. Baltimore with the rebound. Porter inside. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Tipped away. Taken away by Kirilenko. And Dallenberg with the slam.
Well, superb job on the defensive end to get that steal, showing how impactful he can be as a defender.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Driving inside. And Dallenberg with the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
Whoa, man! Wow!
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
And Dallenberg with the slam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And Baltimore calls time here. .32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Ntilikina. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Dallenberg. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, he got the position he wanted in the paint and got the defender to overcommit and got himself to the line.
2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Ntilikina looking it over. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And so it's Oklahoma. City in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's Şengün. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Thunder leading by 8. Safety move. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Putting that length and athleticism to use. Jackson rises up.
Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Ilyasova. There's the pick. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Oh, man, that was a loud bucket.
Now Bargnani. There's the triple. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Bargnani's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City. Rejected by Bargnani. Outside Arenas. Again, the Thunder score.
And Arenas always prepared to strike from anywhere, and that definitely includes the mid-range.
Ntilikina. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Lewis outside. 5 to shoot. Down low. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, this is what coaches love to see. Guys sharing the ball and creating for one another.
Lewis outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And the layup falls.
Just taking advantage of his body. Lewis absorbing the blow before finishing that one.
Outside for Jackson. Over Lewis. Misses off the left iron. Baltimore trails by 11. Pass to Şengün. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Johnson. And slam dunk by Johnson.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
2 points. That one goes. Ilyasova's got 4 points in the quarter.
And going downhill there, you have to stop the ball before it can get to the hoop.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
First team foul.
35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now, here is Bargnani. 8 points for him.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Bangs home the trifecta. Wembanyama's got 7.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Here's Jackson. And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We'll get right back to the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Lewis outside. Fires the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Stolen by Bargnani. Lewis outside. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, I love watching Lewis with the hammer on that one, refusing to just lay it up.
Here's Porter. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside Arenas. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 12-point Thunder lead. And here's Vassell from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Vassell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson outside. Lewis down low. Let's lose a 3. A three-pointer. Good.
A strong three-point shooter. Jackson Jr. responds.
Outside Porter. Got it to go off the glass.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
3 points.
And we know Kevin Porter Jr. is capable of having big nights, and the way he's playing, this could be one.
Payton surveying the floor. Six.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Shooting while in rhythm. Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Well, they'll take that all day. That's a high percentage look.
Gasol. And Payton sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. Baltimore will retain possession.
And for Oklahoma City, number 22,
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot is good.
And you can see why they go to Porter Jr. He knows how to get it done in the clutch.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside Arenas. Missed on the three.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Blasted to the shoot.
Vassell. Off target from outside. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside George. And he does not hit. And the three misses. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.